Greetings, this is Dr. Mike Yuen. Welcome to my May 16th, 2022 update. If you haven't done so already, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, make a comment, and feel free to join the free private Facebook group on advanced Yang Tai Chi corrections. The topic today is, are there many Yang Tai Chi frames or just one? In my observation, there appears to be two main camps in this regard. One is that there is only one Tai Chi solo form, and the other is that there are many frames, many versions or frames of this form. I'm hoping that my personal experience studying with the Yang Sau Chung lineage could shed some light on this matter to finally put it to rest. To first address the dichotomy, we need to honor the fact that there are many Yang ancestors, and that it's possible that some may have developed the small, middle, and large frame versions of the solo form, and at the same time there may be those who can derive all they need from one form. So we really do need to honor all versions and to see what kind of results come from them. That would be really the most realistic way to answer the question, that both are possible. But let me shed some insights from my personal experience with Jin Sun Chu and Yang Sau Chung. First is that Jin Sun Chu, being devoted to the letter to practicing what his teacher Yang Sau Chung gave him, his solo form to a great extent resembled that of the form of Yang Sau Chung that you can see on the internet. There's some consistency there that I think is very relevant to the points I'm going to make. Now, in episodes 1, 2, and 3, I recount my experience in meeting Grandmaster Yang Sau Chung and the effects that the advanced corrections he gave me had on my power pushing back then in my 20s. In episode 2, my recounting of my experience in 1981 at the age of 24. I hadn't gone in with any expectation to learn anything, and that was part of the gift of spirit that led Yang Sau Chung and his family members to be so generous in the sharing of advanced corrections with me. Now, the reason I call them advanced corrections is because they had asked me to demonstrate the form I had learned from Jin Sun Chu, which I did, and they noted that I was sharp, and I think that may have incentivized them to share with me a little more. But the interesting thing about the corrections of the form was that it was not another form that he taught me. He didn't say, well, let me just teach you this other form that has a beginning and end. Instead, he gave me corrections on the existing form that I knew. Those corrections were so categorically different from the way I was practicing that it threw me into a state of confusion. How could it be different? Shouldn't what I had learned from Jin Sun Chu been the only way? If we just pause now and analyze this piece, what we have is what I've come to call in this channel a layered approach to the Yang family system. You learn a form, and then that form gets treated in another way. The same moves gets treated in another way, hence the layering effect. And the deeper the layers go, the deeper the power sinks. That the effect of this one encounter changed my life forever. Very quickly, when I returned to America, my power began to transform, and it got to a point my power matched that of Jin Sun Chu himself. And this revealed itself one evening when he and I were walking in Chinatown after practice. Master Chu suddenly asked me, "Did Grandmaster Yang teach me the small circle? 他是不是教你小家子?" Now I didn't know what to say because I had never heard of the frames at that time. I wasn't able to give him an answer. But if we pause here and just analyze that exchange, it's apparent that Master Chu had heard about the small frames, was certain that the small circles that come with it is the key to power, and must have been why I was advancing so rapidly. So trying to put the pieces together now, I recalled that in 1985, Grandmaster Yang had explicitly explained to me that the Yang family curriculum consists of 5 sets of corrections to the solo form. Whether those 5 correspond to the Wu Xing, the 5 patterns or forms or styles or types, Wu Xing, that the Yangs are known for, those 5 being the He, the crane, the Hu, the tiger, the She, the snake, the Bao, the leopard, and the Long, the dragon. I can't say for sure, but it may lend some organization and logic to our understanding of the Yang family secrets. From this respect, then, I would say that there was only one form, but that form was treated in 5 different ways or layers. And this is such an important facet, maybe a new idea in the Yang Tai Chi world, that the solo form is done in layers, that I've designed my program to give you an introduction to this layered effect that not only pertains to the solo form, but of course correspondingly translates to the pushing hands and the applications. But I've simplified it. I've simplified it around the theme of developing the repelling power. And I'm hoping that I'm able to do the family and the descendants justice by creating this interface to be a liaison between the mainstream concept of Yang Tai Chi and mainstream practice of Yang Tai Chi and the high end, which I believe Mary Yang has inherited in total from her father, Yang Sau Chung. So again, I'm hoping I'm doing this justice by offering a simplified version of this, which presents 2 layers to the training. One that I call the square method, that develops the structural aspect of your Tai Chi, which I also call layer 1, and then layer 2, which I've coined the angle method, which is the advanced corrections that Yang Sau Chung gave me that led to such a profound transformation. So once again, I very much enjoyed sharing with you. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and leave a comment and share. And this is Dr. Mike Yuen. Take care.